that is going to combine long-form and short-form improvisation.
I'm Robby.
I'm Ashley.
I'm David.
And that makes R
and
D. What are we going to be doing tonight, Robby?
Well, tonight's first act will be our research act, wherein David and I are going to take a game that is usually a short-form game, one that we'll get over with within 3 to 4 minutes here in a normal SAK show, and we're going to research what it would be if we extended that out to an entire act.
We're not sure if it's going to work either, don't worry. And then we're going to follow that up with the second act, our development act, where we have a hand-picked team of highly trained lab assistants who will be joining us up here on stage, as well as potentially some volunteers or test subjects from the audience who are also going to examine our central theme or idea for the evening.
And I'm here for the music.
Ashley Ampersand Evans. Speaking of ampersands, let's give some love to Austin up in the whose name luckily begins with A as well. Yeah. Indeed. So we're excited to have you join us for this new experiment. We've come up with a little jingle, and it sounds like this.
Is passion.
So, after we sing our jingle, we believe in coerced audience participation. So after we sing our jingle, you are all going to whisper passionately to the people around you the word passion. So let's try that again when you're ready.
Hit it, Ashley.
Hey, Robby, speaking of coerced audience involvement, we do need to get them warmed up just a little bit.
Okay, how so?
So what I thought we'd do is have them introduce themselves to someone in the house that they don't know just by turning around and shaking their hand.
Are we going to really do that? I'm a shy person in real life, and I hate when they make me shake hands with a stranger and talk to them.
Okay, we sort of discussed it, but if you're introverted like Robby, instead of turning and shaking hands with someone and saying your name, you can just whisper it quietly to yourself.
Oh, I like that.
Okay, but for those who would like to make a connection, we invite you now to turn and introduce yourself to someone in the audience while Robby stays alone on stage. Hi. And because our theme is passion, what we'd also like you to do to one of those people you just met, share something in your life that you are passionate about. A subject, a person, yeah, nice. So share it first with your friends, share it with
Go ahead. That's enough.
Yeah. We have found ignored. Let me take your clip.
Okay, take my clipboard.
Please.
Now that you have shared that, we would love to hear you've warmed up now. It's time for us to just do a little warm up before we get into the main research part of this experiment. So we would love to...
what was one of the things you or your new friend was passionate about?
Yeah, share what your neighbor was passionate about.
Horses.
Horses?
Horses.
Horses. Yeah.
Theater.
Yeah. Dogs. Passion fruit. I thought you said passion fruit Doritos, and that was possible.
That was absolutely disgusting.
So dogs, horses, passion fruit Doritos. Sour Patch Kids.
A lot of food and animals is what I'm hearing.
The depth that this audience has is astounding. Yeah. But you know what? I think I'd like to go with the one we heard first, right? Horses. Yeah. But because what you don't know is there's an off-Broadway musical that just came out. You know the one.
Opening tonight.
Yeah, it's opening tonight. And if we weren't doing this, we would be there.
Yeah.
What's the name of that off-Broadway musical that is inspired by horses? Can someone remember the name?
Hey girl, hey.
Hey girl, hey. That's correct. Hey girl, hey.
Oh, you know what? And that is the title of,
is
the
it?
love ballad. Yeah. Hey
Okay.
girl. Hey.
Oh, so that's the title song.
That's the title song and the love ballad. So to warm us up and to get us all feeling a little passionate. What was your name?
Pim.
Pim?
Pim.
Yeah, thank you, Pim. So this is for Pim specifically.
All right.
But, yeah.
We're gonna sing. I only know half the words.
I only know. half
Okay,
the
so
words.
we're gonna, between the two of us, we'll sing the whole song for you.
Hey,
girl, hey.
It's been a long week, and I've been thinking of you.
Doing my exercises atop you.
Don't care what they're saying when they see us both right by.
There's a happy man and a happy fellow in the meadow. Hey girl, hey. Hey girl,
Hey girl, hey girl.
we go back to the stable. And if I'm able,
I lay you in the straw, lay you down beside the table.
it's been a long day riding and eating and sighing, loving each other on this summer day.
But I know that when you're by my side or beneath my thighs, you'll never go away. Hey girl, me. Hey girl. But now so many years have gone, and I can't ride you no more.
It's not that dirty. I'm just old, can't get on you like I did before.
You stand in the stable with the brush just hanging limply by.
And a barrel of oats fed to you by this here guy. Hey girl, hey. Hey girl, hey. Hey girl, nay. Hey girl, hey.
That's your precious. That is your precious.
Since you're missing it on Broadway tonight, we thought we'd give it to you here. Here in our show, R&D.
Nice, beautiful. I'm really excited about what the latecomers are going to think is happening there.
Yeah.
It's just like passion.
What the hell is that?
So, hey, thanks. I feel warm. You feel warm?
I feel warm.
All right, so we promised we're going to take a short form game and we're going to turn it into a long form one act. What's the game?
The game that we have chosen for tonight, our first R&D experiment, is a scene that we call Scene 3 Ways. Normally, we do a 2 to 3 minute scene, and then we replay it 3 different ways, or 3 different styles or genres. Tonight, we are going to extend that to the whole first act.
Which could be a terrible mistake. We
No,
want to be
no,
really...
no, it's an experiment.
It is an experiment.
Research and development. This
Absolutely.
is research.
And Robby has done some unofficial, non-scientific polling and has come up with some stars that we're going to use. We'll announce those later.
I know the top 3 genres that people always ask for, so we will do those. We won't tell you what they are yet.
Fantastic, fantastic. But it means we do need an inspiration for this first act. So, so the theme is, what's the theme again, audience? Passion. It's passion. So,
So, what I would like to get from you for a suggestion for this first act, Our scene will be, think family drama, O'Neill, theater. Someone said they're passionate about theater. What is a subject that would be discussed passionately in a piece of theater, a dramatic presentation?
Murder.
That's very dramatic. Yeah.
Very dramatic.
Let's get a couple. We're gonna pick and choose. Inheritance. There was a whole 5-hour-long play called The Inheritance. It was fantastic. Relatives, which also deals with inheritance.
You know, I think that you might have it. Inheritance. Yeah,
Let's do it. Inheritance.
So inheritance.
And who knows? It may lead to murder.
So in addition to inheritance, what we need is a really suitable theatrical setting. So again, think of one of those juicy, dramatic plays you've seen, and it's probably limited to one location, right? Because budgets are small, so it would need to fit on the stage. But what is the location for a family drama that you've seen or would want to see?
A cabin.
A cabin. And tell me, where is this cabin located? Person who I don't know.
West Virginia mountains.
The West Virginia mountains. Great. All right.
Okay.
So I like this. So we've got
I don't know. Inheritance.
and we've got a cabin in the West. You know what we need to do.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what we need to do.
It.
So we're going to create the first scene for you, and then we'll come back and do our play 3 ways. Hey, someone give us just the title of this play based on the information we have. The cabin? At the cabin.
At the cabin.
Beautiful. So we give you the first version of At the Cabin. As the audience enters, they see the set already. Someone has meticulously planted live sod on the ground, as if, it's on the ground and leading down into the audience, where there is a lake that the sound designer has created a beautiful swishing sound, and it sounds like this. The sound designer added someone splashing. I like it. It's a very proactive sound.
Swimming in the distance.
Yeah, that's right, because the West Virginia mountains are known for high altitude lakes. I just realized what I've done. But on the front of that, there's also a porch. And it's got one of those swinging wooden porch swings, right? Yeah. But it's seen better days. So one side looks very firmly attached to the rafters of the cottage. The other looks like it might give up and give in at any given moment, much like the occupants of the cabin. There is a door here, a door that was lovingly crafted by someone's grandfather, long dead, and on it you see those little notch marks that families make to measure the growth of their children, and they suddenly stop abruptly, as if someone just gave up caring. Oh, down here in the corner, Robby, there's a small grave.
Are you asking me to take over? Oh no, you're doing a wonderful job.
There's a small plot where the family pets have been buried.
Oh,
and
so this is off the porch?
Yeah, just off the porch.
Porch stops here.
Porch, grass, swishing lake. Thank you, very, very nice.
Pet cemetery.
Yeah, little pet, very little pets.
That's what it is! Okay.
And I think, so that's the door into the cottage, and then there is a long, winding driveway down the West Virginia mountains that sort of leads off in this direction. Right. And there's a car that feels out of place because it has New York driver's license. Yep. License plates on it. Okay. And the vanity plates, what does it say on the... what does it say on the vanity plate? Too cool for school. That's right, it's such a vanity plate, it's 2. It's too cool for school. Yeah. And I think it's a...
That's good. I'd love to add that, not unlike this half of this swinging porch, this is a trepidatious walking area.
Yeah.
There's a board missing here and there. This door does not exist. This is the wall. It's like a log cabin.
Yeah.
There is a window here with, you can barely see, but there are some white lace curtains right through there.
Oh, and just off the driveway.
We have to start the scenes.
No. This is the scene. But just off the driveway, someone started unpacking.
Right.
And he's delivering the next bag now, while his older brother watches him.
Well, I'm here. Yeah, there was literally no extra information. I texted you 4 times. All you said was just get up here.
You know, the reception ain't good up here.
I mean, you wrote just get up here, so you got the text.
I took Grandpa's old bicycle down the track to the supermarket. I texted and I then came back.
I'd forgotten completely that this was...
I know.
How long have you been?
When Grandpa got sick, I moved in.
I haven't been here since I was 2.
He missed you.
Well, he's dead now.
Nice to see you've gained some tact all that time in New York City.
I've only seen pictures. I mean, I was here when I was 2. I don't remember that. I was told I was here when I was 2. I've seen the pictures.
You were here when you were 2. We were both here when you were 2. That's you.
A window.
That's a window. Ethan, you have not changed at all. This is you when you were 2. Grandpa stopped caring after you stopped visiting. But you had to chase your dream in New York City. What? What? No, I said what. That's what I said. What?
Talk about this is a piece of shit.
Takes one turn.
You know, I don't have to be here. I've got things to do. There are beautiful apartments that need to be sold in New York City. I took time away. You asked me to be here, Danny. I'm here.
Are you?
Yes.
That's not a lot of luggage.
Is it safe to sit on where you were sitting?
That? No, you just sit. You sit on that end. Please.
I mean, ours, if it falls, the whole thing falls.
That applies to families as well.
Clearly, there is something that you need to get off of your chest.
It's a nice car.
Yep. I don't see a car here otherwise.
I told you I rode Grandpa's old
From
bike.
here to the... How did you get here? How do you live?
I've been living here, Ethan. I've been living here for 12 years.
Guess that makes sense. It's quiet.
Do you want a drink?
No.
I want a drink. He's only got liquor. He brewed it in his bathtub.
I'm suddenly thirsty. Yes.
Yeah. I know it's a bit of a West Virginian cliche. I'm just going to give it to you in the bottle. Do you remember when you were 2? He liked to start us on it young. And you just urinated all over you. Oh, it was funny. It was funny as your big brother, okay? It was funny. It's one of those things. It's one of our things.
Is this about Grandpa dying? Is there money? Are you worried that I'm going to take your money, take your cabin, take your nothing?
lucky I'm not smoking or I'd throw the cigarette at you next.
Yeah, this is flammable.
Thanks, Sherlock. He mentioned you on his deathbed as he was dying.
Real?
I was holding his hands, wiping his snot, cleaning up his shit-stained sheets, and he mentioned you. Mine's empty.
He hasn't spoken to me for years.
We can't get reception up here, Ethan.
That's not why he hasn't spoken
That's not why he hasn't spoken to you. Yeah. Well, you moved to New York for a reason.
And I did it. I accomplished it. I have a life. I'm successful.
Keep saying it. I'll believe it if you say it more.
I have a life. I am successful. You've been living in a dirty, broken cabin for 12 years with our dying grandfather. Is that where you buried him?
He's still inside. I thought you might want to say goodbye.
You thought I might want to say goodbye
I thought you might want to say goodbye.
to a man who gave up on me when I was 2 years old.
I thought you might want to say goodbye.
He's gone. He won't hear me.
I wonder about that.
Oh, I don't.
I mean, like, you built this thing, right? Sweat and blood's in it.
I mean, I can see how it was a beautiful structure. I could have gotten a lot of money, actually. There's some people
I'm surprised it's taken you that long to mention selling our only inheritance. There, I said it.
That's what I do. I have a life. I am
successful. No, it's shit. I'm really sorry. I thought I had a grip of the...
Oh, a quaint. You carry a handkerchief around. It's Grandpa's initials.
I'm surprised you remember them.
So you said inheritance.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Cabin? He left you his dilapidated cabin?
He left you his dilapidated cabin. He wanted to see you with his final words.
That doesn't make sense. He hated me.
He stopped marking both of our growth when you didn't want to see him anymore.
To be fair, it wasn't at 2 years old that I decided I didn't want to see him.
No. Yeah.
Was it? I was a junior in high school. You were the junior in college at the time.
It's your story. You were too cool for school back then, too. How did they even fit down? They'll do anything in New York for money. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I came up here. I started acting like a jerk. I'm sorry, Dad. I'm sorry that I didn't help while you were dealing with it. I've just been really busy. not an excuse. I'm sorry. I'm doing it again.
It's going to be so impressive when we remember all of those things.
I have the worst memory ever. This is an experiment.
It's an experiment.
All right.
So that was pretty heavy, Robby. Like beautifully so, but that's pretty heavy. So should we liven it up with one of the replays?
Absolutely. So I have done extensive research in years of improvisation. I know what you're going to say when we ask you for a genre, so we're not going to waste time doing that. Our first genre that we are going to replay this scene in, look, you have to sit through that 3 more times.
They get to savor and relish that.
Thank you, that's what I meant to say.
Yeah.
Film noir, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, goodness. All right.
Let's do quick scene painting.
Yeah, reset the stage. Let's remind them what we've got in the film noir version of this scene.
There's still grass leading to a lake, but now it's created in sepia tones.
Yes.
The whole stage is sort of in black, white, grays, and off creams.
I love it.
Yeah. Thank you. You can still hear the lake, but now it sounds like a film noir lake, which is like this. That's right. It's like it's smoky. Yeah, I like it. We still have the bench, but in addition to the bench, now a lighting designer has put a really cool lighting effect so that you're seeing shade and light spilling. I know you can't do that, Austin, but we still love you. Over here, here there are little marks, and someone's switchblade is still stuck into the door where it last makes the mark. There is the big road leading down, but now it's like one of those Model T cars.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like an older car that could have been smuggling bootleg whiskey at some point.
And there's a license plate that says, "Darn tootin', I'm cool."
Oh, I like that. That's a good detail. And then, still a log cabin. And it's still a log cabin that feels like it's seen better days. But it has that smell that the audience kind of can pick up, sort of like burnt animal here. There's just a weird, weird smell. Yeah.
All right. I'm good.
I'm nervous.
All right. Here we go.
He stood, standing and staring at a world that he no longer knew particularly well. His face telling the tale of a man who had ran away from his destiny in pursuit of someone else's. And it didn't fit him any better than the hat that sat precariously on his head. His older brother, only in age, not in appearance. Sad on a wing that once they both sat and swung on. Smoking a cigarette that was nearly as dead as the man whose body lay limp in the cabin behind. But he was gonna get one more puff out of that cigarette if it killed them both.
Well, I made it, Danny. It nearly killed me coming up this road, but here I am.
Are you here, Stanley?
Well, sure I am. You see me, don't you?
I see you, but I see you like a figment of an imagination or an imprint on a window left by the stain of regret that is your life.
He could barely sit through all of his brother's metaphors, but he continued on. He'd come this far. So what is it, huh? My secretary told me I'd gotten a phone call from a brother that I haven't heard from for years.
He couldn't speak 3 words without mentioning his secretary. I told you I got a message to you as soon as I could. I ran my way down the hill His grandpa doesn't even have a bicycle. I went to the office that sends out the telegrams, but I was so out of breath, I only had room for so many syllables.
Yeah, my secretary said. So what is it, huh? I brought my suitcase. I'm ready to stay. Grandpa's dead. What's cooking?
That suitcase is as small as your interest.
Why, the interest I'm receiving back home is far greater than you could ever imagine.
From your secretary, I take it.
We don't have a shared account, if that's what you're asking. She has her own place.
He was asking after you.
My dead grandpa?
He wasn't dead when he did the asking.
There's a knife in your door.
Used to be in my heart.
You're still alive. Well, this is a piece of crap, isn't it?
It takes one to know one. I'm proud I remembered that. I feel like a drink. You want a drink? It may be early, but that's what I remember.
I'm not thirsty, if that's what you're asking. I want to get this over with as soon as possible. Can I take a seat on this thing, or is it going to fall down?
I don't know. Think of it as a scale. It measures someone's worth. Yeah, if I was you, I wouldn't sit on it either. This is exactly what I had last time. 2 jars of bootleg liquor. You remember when you had that when you were 2?
At least Grandpa left a nipple on the thing.
So because Grandma wouldn't let him anywhere near her.
So what's the reason, huh? Why'd you bring me up here?
What you think the reason is? Our grandpa's dead.
Yeah, so he's
And it was asking after you.
asking after me.
Yeah, asking after you! Oh!
That seemed unnecessarily violent right away. Oh, I'm bleeding. It's all over my good suit. You know.
Maybe you can get your secretary to help you with that.
But she's not here right now, is she? She would. She'd help me immediately. She loves me.
Maybe you could have helped me. Maybe you could have loved me.
Maybe if I hadn't been treated like a piece of crap since I was 2 years old. I made something of my life. I'm successful. I have a life.
My eyes can't see in this black and white. Remind me what your plate says.
Darn tootin', I'm cool. Why, I've been tootin' cool since I was in high school. You were in college. That was the last time I had any communication with that man. Is this where you buried him, right here in the pet cemetery?
You're early, and no. Maybe if you came up more. I've been here for 12 years of my life looking after that man, wiping his nose and feeding him and changing his shit-stained sheets.
Well, that's not my fault, is it? You made that decision. I'm successful. I've got a life.
I wish I was holding something else to throw at you right now.
Well, unfortunately, you threw it and broke it too soon, and now you got nothing. It's a nice handkerchief. It's got Grandpa's initials.
I'm surprised you remember them.
I didn't always have a cold heart. It's the way I was treated. Is that where you buried Grandpa?
He asked after you.
What do you mean he asked after me? He hated me.
With his dying breath, I'm there holding his hand, taking care of him. He asked after you.
Why? Why would he do such a thing?
I don't know.
Is it the inheritance? Is that what?
It's taking you long enough to get around to that.
Well,
Maybe your secretary could help you file the paperwork.
I bet she could. I bet she'd help me sell this thing for more money than it's worth.
You come back all this way just to do that? Take away the only home I've ever known?
At least it's a motivation to come up here all this way. You know, to get from New York to the mountains of West Virginia, this time of the century, takes a long time.
A sudden rustle of movement in the trees sends a flock of geese native to West Virginia up into the sky. Even they wanted it to end. I'm sorry.
No. I'm sorry. I came up here and acted like a real heel.
You did. You acted like the whole foot and leg.
I did. There he goes with his metaphors again.
I missed you. I could have used you. I didn't have no secretary.
I didn't always have a secretary myself. I worked really hard to get what I've got. I'm sorry I'm acting like I'm better than you or something.
You are, Stanley. You've always acted like that, even though you're my younger brother.
I never felt loved. But I think that's because I didn't love myself. I don't blame you.
It's okay. I can make the pain go away.
It's not my favorite, but it's David's.
Wait a second.
Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you, what is this called? At the Cabin.
At the Cabin.
A la William Shakespeare.
Oh, lonely cabin perched high on the hill, where even wind and breath and thought stand still. For here so many stories seen and told, the latest of a man grown withered old. And in the cabin that he built with dreams, now lies in sheets with fade and curried seams. For he has died and would bequeath to heir, and yet two brothers now, both fine compare. One loyal, true, who's worked both long and hard and buried pets within the old man's yard. Another, flippant, distant, seeking only wealth, careless to the man's good fortune and his health, now rides upon his steed, a horse emblazoned there. Too cold for you, dear brother, why don't you stare? And as he pats the horse that Pigott loved, his brother sits and contemplates revenge from up above.
Hey, girl, hey.
Hath you naught to say to older brother I? For I do sit upon this porch while father die.
Is this the reason thou hast brought me here, so far from where I do make my wealth? If you expected me to rhyme the whole time, forget it.
Good brother, why must every tone be so dismissive? I sent you by the courier my missive and announced to you our grandfather's ill health indeed. Was this not sufficient to get you here with speed? Must I do all? Must I tend to his whim? Am I to be so overlooked and dim, while you at a distance like star bright in the sky, but collude with his mind and create a lulling lullaby? I would not, cannot live within your shadow. Why do you not get on your horse and go?
I have made my way this far, dear brother. We've lost our father and our mother, and now the only relative we had left dies inside, and thou art so bereft. Here I've come. What dost thou need? I came upon my deep to find from you the very need.
And yet, you seem impervious when my heart bleeds. Why do you mock me for this most callous feeling? It only shows the insensitivity of your own. That is what is revealing.
Feelings, and emotion. Dost thou have no other notion? I have a life, successful am I, and thou sitst here with life passing me by. Why dost thou call me here? Oh, my brother dear.
You do not think I would like to ride? And to the city of good York? Go and hide and find and love a woman as my own? No, I am chained here to our father's home. Look here, upon this wall, a sword has made a little mark where once we played. And yet you left soon and never did return, much like the candle with no fuel and now can no longer burn.
Speeches and I have no words.
Then may I offer some that I have heard?
Certainly, brother. Is it safe to sit upon this, my dear knave? I'll sit, as precarious as it may be. Might thou have a drink for me?
A drink I have indeed inside. For it is not only on this day my grandfather died. If I have my way, his favorite grandson will pass too. A little powder in the broth will do. Nothing, I say. Why did you even come here on this day? To gloat? And stick the knife further in my side? To stand there or sit there and just deride? Do you not know it was your name upon his tongue? When he did die, though he's not seen you since you were young, and I sat beside his bed, his hand in mine, and tried to sing and give him words so fine, yet he cared not. His mind just turned to you.
Me? But our grandfather was filled with hate. When I would appear, he had spent.
I know exactly what you mean. Though it was perverse, no love like that I've ever seen. He sat upon your every word and deed, while I was invisible. Though my heart had greed and insatiable desire for his eye, he would not cast it on me, a mere fly. He's given this, I say, all to you. I would toast you with a drink, but I smashed my brew.
The inheritance, you say, of this cabin is mine?
Boy, to say inheritance has taken you quite some time. I do not understand. And also why such a fine horse should brand.
My dear brother, my inheritance I leave to you, for I am not worth the gift. Adieu. I leave you now with the cabin, it's yours, and now I wish goodbye.
And yet, to leave me now would make me cry. Could we not find new life within our love? And from death's carrion there be now born a dove of peace that puts a brother's hand in hand.
Forgive me, brother. You are so grand to have forgiven me this way. I love thee, brother. I will stay.
Oh, yeah.
We've got Ashley here. Ladies and gentlemen.
I cut myself, but luckily I have a hanky.
It's got Grandpa's initials on it. A musical.
Once more there is grass.
Yeah.
But now it's sparkly grass that catches the light.
Oh, full Broadway.
Yeah, full technicolor.
All right.
And the bench is needlessly complicated and expensive. Just needlessly. Like, someone has taken hours meticulously painting on rust, even though it's meticulous and could have been bought out of a catalogue.
Okay.
And there's a limousine.
Oh, nice.
And there's actually a limousine. They blocked off rows from the audience. Yeah, just so they could bring in a limousine. Oh, and what's the vanity plate say?
Star.
Nice. And the cabin, yeah, it's still a really dilapidated cabin. Yeah. But with little finesses.
Yeah.
And when the lighting hits it just right, you can see the dreams.
All right.
Breathe out, breathe out, breathe in. Your feelings have an ending, and to feel them ain't a sin.
Breathe out.
Breathe out.
Breathe out. Breathe in. It's time to face your brother again.
He's standing there, his back to me. He's filled with vanity, just like the plate on his car. He's empty, yet he seems to go far. Breathe out.
Breathe out.
Breathe in.
What the hell did you bring me up here for?
I thought that would be your reaction. Do you even remember the place?
I knew it existed. West Virginia.
Mountain Papa. He's dead.
What?
I tried to send you a letter. Did you get it?
I got the note to come up here.
Yet now you seem to forget it.
He didn't say that he was
I tried to
dead.
say that he was
You
dead.
implied that he
Tried to
might
put
be
that
dead.
in your head. I tried to say that he was dead.
How long? How was I supposed to know? I knew that he was sick.
You knew that he was sick, yet you didn't seem to care a bit.
He didn't care about me.
It is always about you.
Breathe in.
Breathe out, stop taking my words, and my words get your own. First you take everything that's mine. Everything that is mine.
Are you jealous because I'm a big star?
It's what your
In
license
New York
plate
City.
says.
Well, because I am. And you, in this old dilapidated piece of crap in West Virginia. How long you been here now?
12 years.
12 years.
That's the one thing I remember.
So Grandpa's dead. That's why you brought me here. What do I care? He never liked me. I was always the other one.
stayed behind them, of the brothers with their grandfather in better times, but they all stopped when Pete was 2. He loved you, Peter. I was the other one.
I was the other one.
He looked at you as if you were his son.
With hatred.
And when you left, it broke his heart.
I was only 2.
You could have come back when you were older. Do you think he just sat here at the same temperature? No, we all grew colder. Outside of your sun, we waited for your heat. But no, you were in New York just hustling on the streets.
'Cause I was
the chosen one.
the chosen one.
You were chosen.
I was the other.
You were chosen. I was the other. You were chosen. I
My brother. And I was the other one. You were fun. I was the other one. And now he's done.
He's done.
Is this safe to sit on?
Depends on the sitter. The bench doesn't take well when it's greeted by a quitter. But maybe it can handle the weight of your bullshit. Do you not see? Bit by bit, he was marking every year and celebrating it. The moment you left, the stars shined less brightly and nightly for Can I get you a drink?
Sure.
I'm gonna handle it incredibly carefully.
So what do you think we could get for this place? I assume he left it to us. Some sort of inheritance?
That took you long enough to get to the money.
That's what I do. I have a life. I'm successful. You're stuck here in this piece of crap. Well, now what are you gonna do now that he's dead? I'd have you fired or banished or sent away if you were in my group of friends in New York and you did that. It's a $500 suit.
And you're a $2 miserable bum. I'm your brother. You can't fire me. You can't hire me. What I did for free. While you were in New York with your vanity. You can't put me away. You can't just visit here one day. You didn't even hear the things our grandpa said. And his name falling from his lips. Your name falling from his lips.
I doubt that. I doubt that very much.
It did, Pete.
What do you mean? How would he mention me after I haven't been a part of his life for years? As far as I know, he's forgotten all about me.
I've been singing it this whole time. You were the chosen one. You're the one he mentioned inside your name every time he breathed out and breathed in. It didn't matter that I was here for 12 years. All he wanted was you. He didn't care about your money. He didn't care about any of those things. He just wanted you to be by his side, like a trusty horse.
that you have to do that. Where is it?
I thought about it. 3 times.
What'd you finally do with him?
Thought you might want to say goodbye to him. I'm just gonna open this window and lower his body. I didn't think that through. The body is a musical theatre dead body. It's got sequins and glistens on it. Death has never looked so good.
Hey, old man, it's great to see you again. I'm sorry, old man, that I left you alone with him. I'm sorry that I never came to visit you. I was doing something important, the way a star can do. I made myself a life, made myself a life. I'm so successful, but my heart has got this knife inside it. There was always something that I worked so hard. Old man, you've always been on brother, you've always been. Now I realize what an ass I've been.
I miss you, brother.
I should have come here again.
I miss you, brother. Breathe out,
I miss
breathe in.
you too.
Breathe out, breathe in.
Breathe out, breathe in. Forgive me, brother. I've treated you like shit. And I feel terrible for it.
Don't give it another thought. It's not a sin.
Breathe out.
That's the research. Hi, thank you, Marjorie. You've been such a lovely audience. So, yeah, that's the research show. We're going to be coming back in about 5 or 10 minutes for the development. We're so excited to have such an incredibly talented pool of actors coming to join us up on the stage. Also, there will be a limited number of opportunities for volunteers to be test subjects. So we'll ask you that question when we come back. So if you think you might like to join us, we've got a few spots that are open for that. Maybe a few less than we thought because that went long. Hey, thank you for being such a terrific audience. This has been... See you.